Hi friends, today I will explain how to create a Snowflake trial account and brief overview on Snowsight. Okay, so many people are asking me what are the softwares we need to install to practice Snowflake. Okay, actually we don't need any software to be installed, any drivers. Okay, any SQL clients need to be installed to practice Snowflake. So it's completely web based. Okay, so you can create a trial account with Snowflake. So a URL will come and you can log into that URL by providing username and password, and there only you can practice complete Snowflake. Okay, so I will explain how to do that today, as well as people used for classical classic console of Snowflake, but whoever creating the Snowflake account recently, that classic console option is not there, it's not coming now. So we have to work with the Snowsight only. And people who are who has created account some time back also, so in future there will be no classic console at all, so we have to use Snowsight only. So today I am going to give brief overview on Snowsight. Okay, first of all let's see how to create a Snowflake trial account. It's very easy, and you can practice with that account for 30 days. So after that you can log in with another, you can create another account with another email ID and you can practice like that for a number of days. Okay, so first let's go to Google. Okay, there just type Snowflake trial account. Okay, so go with the first option whatever we are getting here. Okay, Snowflake trial. So here you can see start your 30-day free trial account. Okay, so these are all the features we will get with that free account. Okay, and in this 30 days we can use the Snowflake worth 400, the credits worth $400. Okay, so that means even though you practice every day for 1 hour or 2 hour, it will not cost you around $100. So no need to worry about this free $400 limit. You can practice n number of queries. Okay, so how to create a Snowflake trial account, let's see. So we have to provide some basic details. Okay, first name, last name, something. Okay, and some email ID. So which email ID so you will get one link to this email ID, with which email ID you are creating this account. For that oh, email ID only you will get a link, the URL of your Snowflake account. So you have to give a email ID here. Okay, okay, something, some email ID. Okay, and company you can simply put not applicable. And role. Okay, so what is the current role and why you are creating a Snowflake account, it is asking. Okay, so you can say some student or other, whatever your choice. Okay, and the your location. Okay, just click on continue. Now it is asking, so which edition of Snowflake you want to create, and on which cloud you want to host your Snowflake account. Actually, we can, as of today, we can host our Snowflake account on any of these three clouds. Actually, Snowflake doesn't have their own cloud, so it has to be hosted on one of these three cloud storage providers: Microsoft Azure, AWS, or Google Cloud Platform (GCP). Okay, and I will explain what are the editions available in Snowflake in later videos. But for now, we can go with either enterprise or business critical edition. If we go with the standard, there will be no much features in the standard, so you can go with either enterprise or business critical. So I'm selecting enterprise here, and I want to host my Snowflake account on AWS for now. So you can choose either of these three, but the advantage with the AWS, um, see, all are advantages only. You can choose by default anything you can choose. So I'm just selecting randomly AWS. Okay, and we have to choose some region here. So better to choose the US East or US West only. So just select the US East North Virginia. Okay, so just click this and just click on the get started. Then you will get one email. So whenever you click, okay, so it is asking one more question. Why are you signing up for a trial account? Okay, so I want to do a training or certification like this. Okay, or I want to explore this Snowflake product. You can select one of the reason. Okay, and it is asking what time you used, what will you use Snowflake for. So you can click any options here. Okay, so other, I'm selecting other and continue. Okay, select your preferred language to work in. So you can select, actually the advantage with Snowflake is you can write stored procedures and user defined functions in any of these languages, not only SQL. We can write in Python, Java, Scala, JavaScript, anything. Okay, so our choice. So for now I'm selecting SQL and submit. Okay, so now whenever we are done with creating an account, so we will get one email like this. Okay, so whatever the email ID we have provided, for that email ID will get a link, email ID like this. Okay, so just go there and you will get a link here. Okay, we have to just click here to activate our Snowflake account. Just click on that. Okay, now so it will ask us to provide some username and password. Okay, so when whoever who what is the user ID we are providing here, that will become account admin by default. Okay, so provide some user ID. Okay, and choose some password and confirm the password. Okay, just click on confirm or continue. Okay, so whenever we are done with that, so we'll get a window like this. So this is called Snowsight. Okay, so you can see here it was saying 30 days only, but it is giving 53 days left in the trial account. So it is giving us 53 days for our practice. So we can practice Snowflake queries or whatever we want to learn in Snowflake. We can use this trial account for 53 days now. Okay, so this is the window appears whenever we log into Snowflake. Okay, so let's go through the menu options available on the left pane. Okay, so what all we have. So this is your Snowflake account name, whatever we have provided at the time of creating our account. So if you just click this drop down button, it will show your account name. Okay, and whatever the role we are currently operating with. So I have discussed briefly about the predefined roles and user defined roles available in Snowflake. Okay, in another video you can watch that. Okay, so currently I'm operating with account admin, and you can see the profile information whatever you have provided at the time of creating account. And this will take you to the Snowflake documentation. It is very neat and clear. You can use this documentation for your practicing and to learn the Snowflake concepts and everything. Okay, and support is if we want, if we need any help from Snowflake support team, so we can use this option. And this is to sign out. Okay, and on the uh, bottom left corner we have this. Okay, so this is our Snowflake account ID, ICB, whatever it is showing, this is your account ID. And if we see here, we have different options like worksheets, dashboards, data, marketplace, activity, admin, help and support. Okay, so let's go through each one of this, what it exactly means. Okay, so first let's go through the data thing. Okay, so data is nothing but, so it will show you all the databases present in your account. So whatever the databases you have created, schemas you have created, tables you have created, it will show everything. So whenever we log in for the first time, it will display only one shared database, that is Snowflake. Okay, by default this database will come. So if we want to create our databases, we can do by using two ways. One is just by using this UI plus database. Just click here and provide the database name and you can create. The second one is by using SQL query, create database name, like that. Okay, so here it is showing like this is the Snowflake database and these are the different schemas available here. Okay, like that, whenever you create, all the Snowflake databases and schemas will appear here. Okay, so whenever you come here, private sharing, that means it will show three things. Okay, what are the databases shared with us? Okay, and what are the databases we have shared to others, and the reader accounts, if we have any reader accounts to share the data who are non-Snowflake users. Okay, so I have explained in detail about reader what is reader account in another session. You can watch that video. Okay, for now, so if we see here, they are sharing, Snowflake is sharing two default databases with us. Okay, so this already we are consuming, we have seen, right? In the data here we have seen. So Snowflake, okay, we are already using that, this, but there is another one. Okay, Snowflake sample data. So for our practice, they are sharing, they are giving some good amount of data. So if you want to learn Snowflake, you have to practice so many queries, right? For that, they are giving a good amount of data for practice. In classic console, it was avail by default, it was available with the Snowflake sample data schema. Now it is available like with this name. So the tables are same. Okay, schemas and tables are same. If we want to get this database, we just have to get click on this get shared data. Okay, by default it will not come, but we can get it by using this one. Okay, so just click on get data, then it will appear in your databases list. Okay, so I'm just clicking on done. Go to databases. So here you can see two databases, now both are shared. Okay, let's come here. So this is your database name, and these are the different schemas available, and they are giving two different business what I can say. So business models. Okay, so one is this one, TPCDS underscore SF100 TCL, SF10 TCL. This is one model, and this is another model, TPCH underscore SF1 SF10 100,000. So whenever we just click on here, there are a lot of tables available here. So the same tables we can see in the other schema as well. Suppose if we see here TPCH1 SF1, we have customer table to supplier table, right? In the next schema also we can see the same list of tables. But the difference is here in this TPCHSF1 schema, we can see tables with a less number of rows, like in thousands. But whenever we see in the TPCH10 schema, so here lakhs of rows will be there. Here some millions of rows will be there. Same list of tables with a different row count or record count. That's mean if we want to practice with the less number of records, we can use this schema. If we want to practice with more number of data, we can go for these schemas. So this suppose this database, okay, this schema contains very big tables. Just to click on the customer, you will get the row count here. Okay, so as of now I haven't created any warehouse, that's why it's not showing. But you can see here 150 million records are there. Okay, but if we see the same, okay, for TPCH1 customer, so you can see only 150K records are there. That means in lakhs only. So these are same set of tables. All schemas contain same set of tables. This is one model and this is one model with a different counts. So you can use this for your practice. Okay, so that is about private sharing. Okay, so if we want to share our data with any other Snowflake users, okay, we can share by using this window. And if we want to share our data with non-Snowflake users, we can create a reader account for them and we can provide those account details to those non-Snowflake users so that they can consume our data. Okay, so this provider studio is not required for us. Okay, so I'm skipping this. So that is about the data tab. Now let's come to worksheets. Okay, in Snowflake classic console, this worksheet option was not there, but here we can use this worksheets. Okay, so this is very good option available here. Suppose there is a Snowflake account and there are multiple users, they are preparing so many queries. Okay, and they are running those queries again and again. So if they want to save their queries, so they can create a folder like this. Okay, so my name is Janardhan, so I'm just creating one folder with my name, Jana. Okay, and in this folder, so I can create worksheets. Okay, so I'm creating a worksheet with today's date or some other name. Okay, sample worksheet 1. Okay, and so whatever the queries here I run. Okay, so we have to choose our database and schema information here. Okay, so whatever the um, queries I run, they will be saved. Not the results, but just the queries will be saved in this worksheet. Like that, we can create our worksheet. And if we want to run any queries, okay, in Snowflake, we have to run from this window only, worksheets window only. Okay, if we want to drop your folder or worksheet, you can simply go here and you can click on delete. Okay, so like that, we can use our worksheets and we can manage our worksheets in different folders. Okay, so that is about worksheets. And here we have a very good facility. Like suppose in classic console this was not available. Suppose if I want to run something, so if I just type S here, so all the keywords starting with S coming here. Okay, so SEL, I just entered SELE and it is showing me select. Okay, so we can use that. Select star from. Okay, so I will give just we have already selected the database which we want to operate. That's why it is showing all the schemas here. What are all the schemas available in this? Suppose I am selecting TPCH underscore SF1 schema, and whenever I just enter dot here, it will show all list of tables available in this schema. So so this is very user friendly interface, this Snowsight is. This option and auto filling option was not there in Snowflake classic console, but it is available here. So like this you can frame your SQL queries and you can run. Okay, so this is about worksheets. And let's move to dashboards. Okay, so dashboard is nothing but if we want to visualize our data. I'm not going to create any dashboard here now, but it's very simple. Suppose we have data in our tables and I want to see the data not in the form of rows and columns, but if I want to summarize the data, or if I want to see the data in a report format, so by using this option, by entering this dashboard option, by using this dashboard option available in Snowflake, we can visualize the data in the form of charts. Okay, in the form of x axis and y axis lines. Like that we can create dashboards here. So not all the features of visualization tools are available in Snowflake, but this will give at least if we want to visualize the data which is not in the form of rows and columns, we can go for this dashboards. Okay, whenever I get time, I will create a sample dashboard and I will share one more video on this, how to create a dashboard in Snowflake. Okay, okay, this is about dashboards. And whenever it comes to marketplace, whenever you click on the marketplace, okay, so it will show a list of customers. Okay, no, okay, this is showing me some other thing. Okay, anyway, we are not going to use this marketplace anyway, so we can ignore this part for now. But I can uh, whenever this I feel this is required, I'll make a video on this and I'll give it to you. Okay, so let's move to activity. Okay, so activity, there are three types of activities we can see here. One is query history. That means every query we run in Snowflake, that will be associated with one query ID. Okay, so you can see here query ID. Okay, so we can see all the query history here. whatever the query we have we ran, what the associated query ID, and the result of that query success or failed. So user who ran that query, and which warehouse we used for running that query, so how much duration it took, and what time it started the query. Okay, so all these details we can see in the query history. Okay, so copy history. So if we are using copy command to copy the files from cloud storage to Snowflake, so if we want to see that history, we can see here. Okay, and the task history. Suppose there is a concept called tasks and streams in Snowflake. That means if we want to schedule our queries, SQL queries or stored procedure, we can schedule them by using tasks. Okay, so if we want to see that task history, that means at what time they are running. So we can see that task history by using this option available here, task history. Okay, it will show the list of tasks, okay, they are running fine or not. Okay, all the things we can see here. Okay, so that is about the activity. And and whenever it comes to admin, okay, so this admin option available, it will not be available for all the users. If we log in with only security admin or account admin, then only this option will come. Otherwise this icon will not show admin. In real time we may not see this because we will not be the Snowflake admins, right? So we will be like developers. Unless until you are a admin of the Snowflake account, you won't see this icon in the um, Snowsight window. Okay, even in the classical you can see, right, whenever you logged in with account admin or security admin, then only you can see this admin here in the topper part. Okay, top area. Otherwise you don't see this. Okay, so what are all the options available in this admin? Usage. Okay, usage is nothing but the virtual warehouse usage. So if we want to run our queries, definitely we are going to create a warehouses, right? We are going to create different warehouses for different teams or different environments. Okay, and if we want to see our usage, that means how many queries were running on that, not like that. So how much we are consuming that warehouse. Okay, if we want to see that details, we can see here in the usage window. Okay, and that means it will show how many credits consumed each and every day. So we can see that like last 7 days, last 30 days, last 3 months. Okay, and we can see that by using this one. Okay, warehouse wise also we can see usage information, we can see here. Okay, and so we haven't created any warehouses here, right? That's why it's not coming this. So let's go to warehouses and create a sample warehouse, then we can see the usage details. Okay, so I'm creating one warehouse here. So I have explained in detail what is virtual warehouse, how to create it in another video, so there you can see. But for now, running a sample query, I'm going here and creating a warehouse quickly. Okay, I'm creating sample warehouse. I am providing the name as sample warehouse. Comment, it's not a mandatory, you can leave it. So the size of the virtual warehouse. So this is very important. The size and number of clusters of virtual warehouse is very important. We have to provide here. So I'm just choosing extra small because the credit consumption will be very low for extra small. So regarding the sizes of virtual warehouses, I have explained in another video clearly. You can get what is size of what is meant by size of a virtual warehouse. Okay, and so type. So as of now we have only one option coming here, standard. Just select that. And query acceleration, you can forget about this for now. Okay, multi-cluster warehouse. So if you want to create multi-cluster warehouse, so what is meant by multi-cluster, and okay, what is the minimum, what is the maximum, I have explained in another video. So you can watch that video, virtual warehouses video. It will give a lot of details. So here we have to select the scaling mechanism. There are two scaling mechanisms. Okay, auto scaling and maximized. Okay, so even I have explained this clearly in another video, you can watch that. Okay, so these are the scaling modes actually, auto scale and maximized. Okay, we can select either of this. Okay, and there is another thing called standard standard scaling policy and economy. Okay, if we want to utilize our virtual warehouses fully, we can go for economy. If we want to use our virtual warehouses, and if we want to avoid our queries going into queues, okay, that means uh, to improve the performance of our queries, and if we want to avoid them waiting in the queues, we can go for the standard scaling policy. And if you want to go with some other advanced options, you can click here. Okay, so like auto resume, auto suspend, and suspend after how many minutes. Okay, so I have explained what is auto resume and auto suspend in another video. Okay, that means if we want to suppose we are running some queries in Snowflake, and if I want to suspend my warehouse whenever it is inactive for some 5 minutes or 10 minutes or 1 minute, after 1 minute of inactive, okay, so I want to suspend my warehouse to save the credits. Okay, that's why I am providing just 1 minute. That means if my Snowflake warehouse is idle for 1 minute, it will suspend. Okay, and if we just enable it auto resume, that means whenever we fire a query again after 5 minutes or 10 minutes, it will auto resumed. No need to start that manually. No need to start that warehouse manually. So whenever we enable this, whenever we disable this, so if the warehouse is in suspended state, we have to go there and we have to enable it. That's why you better use auto resume. That means whenever you run query, it will become active immediately, and you can choose any number of minutes here. Okay, 1 or 2 or 10. Okay, I'm choosing 1 for now, and I'm just creating a warehouse. Okay, now you can see I have this warehouse, and the status of this is started. That means it is active. The size is extra small, so I'm using the standard scaling mechanism. Okay, so here I have selected only one cluster for now, and none of the warehouse is none of the resources on the warehouse are running. None of the queries queued. Okay, this is number of queries currently running, and this is number of queries waiting in the queue. Okay, we can see all these details here. Now let's go to, okay, data, or let's go to worksheets and run a query. Okay, so here we had this, right? So if we want to run query, it's mandatory. We have to select the warehouse, which warehouse we want to use for running this query. So we just now created this virtual warehouse, right? So I'm using this one, and I'm just executing this query. Select star from this. Okay, this is the run button if we want to run our queries. Okay, so it is giving the results here. Okay, so if I want to just select the count of that, count of one from this table, if I want to see how many records are there, so I can simply execute this query. So it is saying 150,000 records are there. Okay, so if I just increase this tpch 1 to 10, so let's see how many records are there. So we can use this button to run the query, or we can press Control Enter to run the query. Now it is saying 1.5 million records are there in this schema. Okay, tpchsf10 customer table. So now let's go back to, okay, the activity. So I was explaining, right? So here we can see what are the queries we just ran. Okay, we can see all the query history here. And let's go to admin again, and let's go to the usage. So now we have to select the warehouse here. That means for which warehouse we want to see the usage. Okay, I'm selecting the sample warehouse. Now it is showing me. So we did not run much queries, right? That's why it's not consuming any credits as of now. But if you run some large queries, or if you are keep running the queries, then it will show how many credits consumed in last 7 days. So you can put like last 27, 28 days, 3 months, 6 months. You can go with the different options. Okay, and if you want to see storage things also, this is only computational usage of virtual warehouse. If you want to see storage, that means how much of data we are storing in this Snowflake account, so we can see that here. Okay, And if we are doing any data transfers, so how many bytes of data transfer we did over last 7 days or 28 days or 3 months, we can see those details here. Okay, so that is about admin usage and warehouse. Okay, so if you go to warehouse, now you can see here list of the warehouses. I already explained this. So now resource monitors I will explain in another session. It's not required. This is important. Users and roles. Okay. So what are all the users and roles available here? So I have explained with the practicals in detail about roles in Snowflake. Okay. Role based access control. How to create roles. How to create users. How to assign privileges in detail in role based access control session. You can watch that video for more details. So here we can see. So the while logging into this account for the first time, I have created this one, right? Janas 4 as the admin user. Okay, so that's why it is showing here, and the owner account admin it is showing here. So if we create more roles and users, we can see all those details here. Okay, and security is not required for now, so it will be taken care by Snowflake. Okay, so now the billing. Okay, so after 30 days or after 53 days of our Snowflake free account, so if I want to continue this account, okay, I have to provide a credit card information here. Okay, so that after 1 month of usage, you will get a bill for this, for the amount of storage and for the amount of virtual warehouse usage. You will get a bill in the bill in your credit card bill. Okay, this is not required. You can create multiple trial accounts and you can practice. Okay, now this coming to the partner connect. Okay, so currently we can integrate Snowflake with these many things. Okay, so here it is showing all categories. So if I want to integrate my Snowflake with the ETL tools, there are so many ETL tools we can use. Okay, so we can do CI/CD implementation, continuous integration and continuous deployment. And if I want to connect with ETL tools and do the data transfer between traditional database and cloud database. Okay, or if we want to use some drivers to connect with this ETL tools. So here it will give the details about what are all the ETL tools currently supported by Snowflake. Okay, so where all we can create uh, an integration between this account and our Snowflake account. So this is also not required for now. Okay, and this is the help and support I already explained. Okay, so help will take you to the Snowflake documentation. So it gives clear details about the Snowflake product. Okay, everything, how to load the data, first of all how to start learning Snowflake, how to load the data. Okay, so many details they are explaining in detail. You can use this. Okay, if you want to utilize the Snowflake documentation, you can come here and you can go, you can use that documentation. And support I told, right? So if we want to report any issues to the Snowflake, or if we want to contact them by using this support, we can do. Okay, so this is about Snowsight overview. This is actually very good, very better than the um, Snowflake classic console. Now actually there is a problem here. Suppose currently I am working on some worksheet. Okay, and suppose if I want to see the database window, here the option is there, but if I want to see more details on the database option, databases, so I have to go here like select data, and again this your worksheet window will go away and this will come. So this is very difficult, right? I want to operate on both uh, worksheets as well as data. Okay, suppose I am viewing something, some procedures created in the database. Okay, I want to view, at the same time I want to work with the worksheets. So for that what we can do, so we can create another window. Okay, just copy this URL whatever it is available here. Okay, so just open another window and go there. Okay, so now you can come to your worksheets here. Okay, open any worksheet, and so if now here you can see all the data related things here you can see, and no need to go back here, and you can no need to come here worksheets. it's a burden to switch multiple times between worksheets and data. That's why you can open worksheets in one window and the database in another window. Okay, so that your work will be very easy. Okay, so this is about how we can create a Snowflake trial account, how we can log into that, and how we can utilize that. Okay, and this is the overview about Snowsight. I hope this will be helpful, because now we don't see that classic console option here. Okay, and in future it will go away completely. Okay, so better you use a Snowsight only. It's very easy and there are a lot of options available here. Suppose if we create any procedures or stages in classic console, we are not able to see them in the database span, right? So we just see those schemas or stages folders, but we don't see any files there. But here we can see everything clearly. Okay, so there are so many advantages of with the Snowsight. Whenever you start working with the Snowsight, you will get you will feel that it is very easy operating with the Snowsight, and there are a lot of advantages of Snowsight over classic console. Okay, so this dashboard thing is one of the important thing here, which is not completely not available in the classic console. Okay, definitely I'll do one video how to create a dashboard and how we can visualize the data that is present in the tables. Okay, I hope this is helpful for you. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to my channel.